Breaking news, a new report is calling on SEPTA to address the fire risk related to a number of its rail cars. Now the NTSB says the transit agency needs to make changes to keep commuters safe. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Fred Shropshire. The report comes after an NTSB investigation into the 5 different train fires over the course of 7 months. NBC 10's Brian Sheehan has been digging into the report for us and what SEPTA is doing to reduce the risks. He joins us live in Center City with the details. Brian?
Yeah, SEPTA's general manager, Scott Sauer, speaking with us upstairs at SEPTA's headquarters within the last 30 minutes, telling us he was surprised by the NTSB report and that he disagrees with it. He says the agency has already been implementing about 40 mitigation measures since the fire in Ridley Park on a train back in February. Sauer insists despite the NTSB recommendations, those urgent recommendations, the Silverliner IV will stay on the tracks. Now, since February's electrical fire in Delaware County, there have been 4 other fires on trains, 2 as recent as last week. Now the NTSB has determined that this particular fleet, which is 2/3 of SEPTA's service, represents an immediate and unacceptable safety risk due to, in their words, the outdated design combined with SEPTA's maintenance and operating practices. Now the NTSB says those operating practices have failed to protect passengers and crews because defective cars remain in service. In these urgent recommendations, the NTSB wants SEPTA to suspend all Silverliner IV operations until they figure out the cause of the fires, develop and implement a plan to address the causes, and also correct organizational factors that have prevented risk mitigations. Now, the NTSB also wants SEPTA to find money as soon as possible to replace the Silverliner IV or retrofit the current fleet so that it meets federal fire safety standards. Despite SEPTA saying it's already implementing 40 mitigation efforts, the NTSB in its report states organizational lapses block effective mitigation, although SEPTA General Manager Scott Sauer disagrees.
Throughout this process, we have tightened up all those procedures, which is why the incidents have been less frequent. So we are responding to every single mitigation measure that we either come up with on our own or that the FRA tells us to do. The FRA being the regulator, they can order us to change. When they do, we respond.
And within the last few moments, SEPTA says that they heard from the National Railroad Administration, which wants the agency to follow its own mitigation practices. SEPTA says it is also going to implement those in addition to the ones it already has in place. And they say the National Railroad Administration agrees with SEPTA that it does not have to remove the Silverliner IV cars from its fleet. We all know SEPTA is in a financial crisis. The agency says its fleet is one of the oldest in the country. It says Sauer says rather that they're going to have to take out a loan to replace the entire Silverliner IV fleet, but warns that could take between 6 to 10 years. Of course, this is a developing story, and we will have much more when I see you again at 6 o'clock. But for now, live outside SEPTA headquarters, I'm Brian Sheehan, NBC 10 News.
And as Brian just said, stay with NBC 10 on air and online for the latest developments as we follow this breaking news story. You can download the free NBC 10 app to get updates sent straight to your phone.